Hello, this is Endo. Welcome back to another exciting video. Today we're taking a look at mods again, or the upcoming mods, but they're kind of currently here at the same time. So we'll be looking at some real mods as well that are available for the experimental branch. So we'll be doing that at the end of the video. But for the first part, I just want to talk about mods and tell you what the thing is that you have to remember about them. So for this implementation of mods, there's some confusion in the comments, I think, a little bit. So some people think that the modders are going to be able to fix the game. I don't think that is the case. These mods are going to fall into a few categories, and they're not going to be able to fix things like multiplayer lag or anything like that. What they can do is add new locations, add props, add new functionality to reskinned items, I believe. And that is pretty much it, so far as I know. I could be wrong, but so far as I know, talking to the modders, it's very much cosmetic changes, new parts, props, locations, okay? So let's just look at a few of the existing mods that were out there before this dropped. And so let's go to Theils Aviation parts. And so this is a big one. Thales is actually back in my Discord, so I know he's alive and well, and he is aware that modding is coming to Stormworks, and so I think he will be converting this mod, which is probably everyone's most anticipated mod, I guess. Well, for me it is. Maybe not everybody. Like, there's the other ones, the props that are amazing. But this one is kind of like what Stormworks could have had back years ago if the devs had interacted with the community. Because Thales was like, here, take this. I did it. You can add it to the game officially, but they never did. They never talked to Thales and all that stuff. So without the drama, I'm just going to go through this and tell you guys who are new to mods what this was about. So the big deal about this, of course, were the windows. So the windows behave differently than the current windows. They also had thinner borders, and you were able to do the edges of the windows. This is the old windows. These are the old windows. Let's go back to the newer windows. Here's the newer windows. So the newer windows that he created were able to make glass domes. So see, you would usually have edges on all of these, but with these, you have a combination of only window and some with only one border. So you could actually build, canopies and stuff like that, where it was all glass and then only have a border where you need it, to connect to the fuselage or whatever, in the case of planes. So that's something that a lot of people are looking forward to, and I'm sure he could expand now if he wanted to on this. But Thales' mod is kind of like the mod that everyone's going to probably want to use, unless someone comes along and ups it. But it's pretty hard, because he really implemented these like really well. Like, there's arrows on all of these so that you know which way the windows go and all that stuff. So another thing that I want to talk about mods is that there will be reskins of existing components. So for example, the helm here is one of our, probably a seat handle or a seat, and it's been converted into an old wooden, ship wheel. And on the right side here, we have the, what do you call these things? Oh man, escapes my brain right now. I'm not awake yet. But the idea here is this was probably a throttle, and it's been reskinned to look like the ship. Speed. What is it called? Compass. Compass? Ship compass? No, I don't know. Crap. Anyways, you get the idea. And here's a reskinned compass as well, an actual compass. And the idea here is that a lot of mods are going to be reskinned. And the reason that's important is, let's see if I can find an example. Okay, not really a good example, but here's an example what I want to show you. So this is not the exact example. There is someone, probably Illpot, I don't know, but somebody released valves. So we have the manual valve right now in Stormworks, but it doesn't really look good in trains, right? I mean, maybe one of them does, but if you have multiple, it doesn't look right. But valves in steam trains were these round circular valves that you would turn, and they were kind of red, and I guess you can paint that if you want. But the idea here is we're going to get reskinned components that fit in the environment that you're building. So there'll be reskinned valve components that might fit better in a submarine or a steam train. There might be throttles that look better for a jet versus a throttle inside of an old World War I prop plane. So what's exciting about this is probably, I'm guessing, someone's going to do theme packs. So a theme pack for steam engines would include reskin components that make sense if you're building a steam engine. Maybe a theme pack for World War I parts for planes or tanks or whatever it is. So that is something that modding brings, is components that may be the same functionality, but will look the part of what they're being placed into, and then, you know, make that build look that much better. And so right now we are looking at Zuiquan's mod pack that's been out for a long time as well. And what this mainly is a prop pack. So that's what we're going to see with mods as well, props. So things don't have to be building blocks. They can be simply props that fit in the environment. For, you know, the Titanic, you're going to want tables, you're going to want plates. And that's what this brings here, is these props will be converted into the workshop mods, and it will be probably a mod pack by Zuiquan, a mod pack by Ilpot, that will include all these objects, and you can place these on your builds and give it detail without changing the game. So it doesn't change the functionality of the gameplay. It doesn't do anything that disrupts the game, except adding detail to a build, so that when you're in the environment, you're like, okay, I can't build this with a block and make it look good, but I can put this chair down and you can sit down and, you know, enjoy the sights of the Titanic sitting right on board. So Ice Monster 360 can now officially update his ships to have, you know, plates and chairs and tables and all that beautiful block work that he's done in the game already. He can now convert that over to make it even look, you know, more realistic inside his ship with these props. So very exciting. Let's see what else we have here. We have anchors, we have tables, we have winches, and we have down here on the bottom, we have what you call it, the railings. So you can now have like a proper wooden railing, or like the Titanic staircase that comes down. But this is just for ships, but there's going to be other prop packages coming out as more and more people get interested in modding. So make sure that you go to the link below and join the Stormworks modding forum if you want help making your own theme. And so let's see, I think this is an example here. Yeah, so Zuiquan has a custom light up here, and we have these candles on the wall, and we have the wooden staircase. Look at that. And down there, I'm sure we see some tables and stuff like that. We have this custom wooden door on the left side. And so, yeah, this is gonna bring your builds to life on the inside without changing the gameplay. And then here's some outside stuff. He's got the benches, he's got the funnels that I don't think are functional, but if you wanted to, he could make those into vents or fluid, what do you call them? Fluid filters. And yeah, and it could be in the game as a functional part, but it doesn't change the gameplay. That's what's important about the mods that we're looking at right now, is they don't change the gameplay. All right, here's another mod. It changes the pistons, or actually this would add more pistons if it's converted. Remember, these, we're looking at old mods right now, not newer ones. These are ones that have been around. We've got the seats. Not too sure what's different about these. Let's go to the custom wheels here. I think these are bigger wheels and they have different hubs in the center there. Let's see, I think I had, oh, there we go. Here's another exciting mod. This one is the Mizu car rim pack. Yeah, Mizu, I think that's how you say it. And it's got all these amazing rims that you can put on your sports cars. And again, back in the day, these had to be downloaded. You put it on your car. If you tried to upload it to the workshop and someone downloaded it, they would just get a car with no wheels on it, because this was a mod that had to be downloaded and installed. Now, after these are converted, if they're on the workshop as an official mod, you put them on your car, you upload your car, someone downloads your car, they get the rims. So this is very cool. This is going to be something that you're going to be wanting to look for as well, because that's going to add a lot to all these beautiful sports cars. I think that's it. This is just an example of a mod that was an actual island swap. And there's a few of these. There's actually like maybe 3 or 4 racetracks, and now they'll be downloadable as a mod. So when the racing teams, the racing Discord teams, have a race, you know, you load up your game, you hit the server that you want to race on, they have the racing mod track, and you'll be able to join the races without having to install the mods. And then when you're done, you reload a new game, uncheck the add-on, and you're good to go. So this is very exciting stuff. So let's jump into Stormworks and take a look at some real mods that have been uploaded. So this is the current interface for creating a new game. Of course, we have the enable add-ons, and of course, I always disable everything. But now what you see is there's something new down here, enable mods. So if we click this, go to workshop, we've got all these mods. We can do ashes, weapons belt, Dukkys Gun, or Ducky? I don't know what that is. Gun mod, electric parts expanded, Haven Islands, huge hangars, that's interesting, infinite range radios, tutorial block, which is not very interesting, but it's a tutorial block, and the Tellahurva Island, probably killed that name. And let's go ahead and go back and then create the game. So we're in the game here. Not too sure what that one thing did. What does it do? Was it for this? Like for building? Oh, maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was actually workshop. I thought it was like actual hangars. Wait, let me see. Hold on. This one's not big, then it's just mine. No, it's huge. So that must be what the bigger workshop mod was. It actually makes the build areas bigger. Okay, that's fine. So let's jump into the editor and let's just give us a little place to mess around here. And let's show you some things here. So this is a battery cell and it's just a model, and you can stack it, place the blocks, and of course it has the output for the charge and, you know, the battery inputs or the battery wiring here. So it behaves just like the other batteries, but it's in a different form. And maybe this is more fitting for whatever you're building, the look and feel of it. And, you know, feels good, feels good. We got electric capacitor, and then we've got, you know, plugs right here. We have the charge, boom. I think there's one more. This is it. Compact electric array, yeah. So there's that. We've got our relay state. And then got our in and our out, I guess. So that is a different form of the relay. This one, this old one. This is a reskin. So it's a lot smaller and it may fit in your build. And of course, all of these can be painted just like a regular, oops, that's not one of them, just like a regular component. So you want them red, blue, green, yellow, whatever. There you go. There's a PKM. Doesn't look like it's finished. This must be a test mod, but there is PKM model. And then it has, oopsie, it has the trigger and it has, you know, the loaded status. So right now it doesn't look like these things are like separated. So mods kind of just like fit in wherever they're like tagged. So they're a little bit difficult to find. So this is Ash's weapons belts. And this adds more belts for the autocannons. Okay, so there's a few of these. So maybe this one? Yeah, this one too is a corner. So there you go. So it gives you smaller versions, I think. I don't really play with the weapons belts. So there's that. We also downloaded. So this is a mod that I'm not too keen on, or these types of mods. These are mods that, from my view, are kind of like cheaty mods or, you know, gameplay breaking mods. This is a mod that allows this antenna to have infinite range. So this is not a big deal, but what I would prefer is mod packs that allow maybe a rebalancing of things that don't make sense. So maybe the amount of ammo in a box is a mod, and it's done because there's different ammo size boxes and they're at different prices or something like that. And they, you know, they rebalance like the amount of ammo you get for a gun. That makes sense. Antennas, maybe they want to rebalance the antennas so they make more sense, that they feel in the game provides enough range without being too limiting. So these kind of mods don't really interest me. The ones that are kind of like, I wouldn't call them game breaking or gameplay breaking, but they do add features to the game that kind of kills the balance, right? This is not a big deal. That's just for universal voice chat in the game, really, basically what that is. But what I'm talking about is like when the mods come out that give you unlimited whatever, unlimited thrust or whatever. Those are not the mods that I will be covering. So just so you know, if you're making those kind of mods, I will not be covering any kind of infinite mod or, you know, anything that kind of messes with gameplay in a negative way. So that's just my own preference. But of course, people are going to build mods that do crazy things. So that's fine. That's what modding's for. And again, you don't have to download it if you don't want to. Not a big deal, right? Okay, what else do we have? No. Let's see. Oh, a mod was just uploaded. Let me restart the game and I'll show you what that mod is. So this is crazy. Literally, while I was restarting the game so I could show you another mod, check this out. Let's see. Where is it? Thales has released his aviation parts and block overhaul. Right now, it's available right now. So download it and link below if you're using experimental and give it a try. The other thing I wanted to show you was the pump arrow directions. Okay, let's jump into the game. So I originally was just restarting to show you the pumps here. Somebody was nice enough to go and add what the devs have not added in years. I hate saying that. It's so annoying because these are little things that could have been minor updates that they just never got to. Finally, somebody added a mod that does this little thing that could have been a minor update. Look at this. Look. See? You don't have to like go around. I've always had to like try to remember, oh, which way is the snail input and output? Oh, it's here. This is out. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, remember the thick part is that. You know? This one. Oh, which way is in? Oh, it's the black part. I had to remember the black part because I always forget. But someone just added a mod that does this. And it's been a little thing that I've been, I don't know if I complained about it in a video, but the point is, it's always something that's kind of nagged at me, that they had the ability to put arrows on like anything, including, watch this. This is going to show you Thales' stuff, but on air surfaces. And as you can see, Thales has arrows pointing to which way is the up lift on these. And of course, this is Thales' mod, and it's available. So I'm just going to show you this. I was going to wait, but I'll probably make another video really quick after this one because this is coming at the end. But let me show you some windows here. Let me just grab this. Okay, so this is a Thales window, okay? So as you can see, it has the arrow showing you which way it is pointing. And then you can come over here and you can uncheck the box and it will hide the windows and the direction. So the window's still there, but it's just hiding the arrows and the placeholder graphic for it. So what you can do is if you are building a cockpit, you can go ahead and build out your cockpit, place your windows, and of course this is probably some, I don't remember, does Thales have half blocks in his thing? I don't remember. Is that a half block? Yeah, there's a half block. So another thing is you have half blocks, which will give you, you know, a thinner profile if you're building, you know, some kind of ship and plane and you want a thinner profile or a thinner wall, which is cool. So anyways, they at least used to have a kind of like a pad with all of these placed out. He'll probably update that when he gets a chance. I don't think they're on the workshop right now. The idea here is that he did release the update, so you can start working with this now and get ready for November 20th when the official release is done if you want to build something. But again, this is all just beta testing, so I don't know if things are going to change or not. But yeah, mods are coming out. So let's go ahead and end this video by checking out a location. So this is the Tellahurva Island by Hanan. And let's see where the starting point is. So this is a replacement for another island. So currently we can only replace locations. You can't like do like island 42 or something and then make a new tile apparently. Not yet. Maybe that's something they do in the future. But right now you can replace existing smaller tiles and stuff like that. All right, so this is probably one of my favorite cars to drive on tracks and stuff. And this is by Carnivore. Love this little car. It looks good. And yeah, it's fun to drive. So let's go ahead and See if we can get to the track. I don't actually know where I'm at. Hold on. Where am I at? Okay, so the track is to the left of the trees? Wait. To the right to the trees? Wait, where am I at? Oh, I was facing the wrong way. Okay. Can I just run this track here? So what's important to remember, this is just the track, okay? So in order for this track to have logic, people build an add-on, do the logic for tracking the cars and the starting lights and all that stuff and laps. And so what they do is they do races. So this is now, instead of having to download it, I always have to say this, instead of having to download it and then installing it on your computer and then connecting to the server, what should happen now is if I have this running on a server, the track, I connect with my Stormworks client and it downloads the track and I'm able to just race with my friends. So very cool. All right, so we're going to end this video by going ahead and going around the track and just having some fun. So here we go. All right, so the only downside right now is that the track itself, if I'm on the grass or on the sand, the traction is always going to be the same because that's just a Stormworks thing. So that would be nice if someday they change that. I don't think they will, because the way land is made, I don't think they'll be able to change traction on surfaces, but it's a nice thought. But the other thing is, this little car sounds like a Disneyland go-kart, or what do you call it, Autotopia. So in the near future, I'm guessing that if people start updating their cars and all that stuff with, you know, engine sound mods, then you know, we could probably have, oh my gosh, can you imagine? They're probably going to have engines that are the same engines, except they're like duplicated with different sounds. So you can say, oh, this engine is, I don't know, a V6, and then they apply a sound that sounds like a V6 engine. Oh, this is a V12. And they have that same engine, might be looking exactly the same, just so it fits in your car. And it doesn't have to be modular. I mean, they can do it with modular as well, but I mean, they don't have to, right? Because, you know, if they just want to make it simple, copy the little engines and just, you know, drop different sound effects in them and make them sound different. Give them different power. You can actually give them different power so that we have a V12, V6, V8, whatever, 4 cylinders. And it's in the little compact form, and you don't have to jerk around with modular engines. That's cool. And that could be a pack, right? Instead of the modular engines, you just drop in these little engines and call it a day. I mean, of course, some people are going to want the modular engines and update the sounds, and that's going to be great too. But this is going to give us a lot of options. And again, the best part, you don't have to download these things. If you download a car and it happens to have this modded engine that sounds like a V8, then it downloads it and you drive the car, and when you're done, you know, get rid of it, whatever. So very cool. This is very exciting. So again, oh, almost hit. So again, November 20th, this is going to be the official mod release date. But right now, if you want to mess around with any of the mods that are coming out, especially Thales' mod, this racetrack, and others, you're going to want to download the experimental. You just go into Steam and right-click and do, you know, beta versions, and you can start experimenting and making mods. And of course, don't forget, go down go down into the description and join the Stormworks modding forum, and there you can get help if you need help. You can also see what people are working on and discuss it with them, you know, discuss your ideas and see what you can come up with. And also there are probably groups that are going to be going together, I'm guessing, to make mods that are themed. So maybe there's a group that wants to be doing Western mods that are just like all Western themed islands or something like that, and buildings and stuff like that. So maybe the modding forum is the place to start. See if you can gather a group together and start working on mods. And yeah, I think people are going to enjoy what's going to be coming out in 2025, because I think there's going to be a lot of interesting mods coming out. I could be wrong, but I think so. So anyways, I'm Endo. This is the Stormworks experimental branch with mods, and I will link to all the mods that I use here, and you can check them out. And of course, if you just go onto the workshop right now, go into recent and see what the recent uploads were, you'll see a little green triangle, and that means that it is a mod. And yeah, well, I'm pretty good driving while talking with one hand, I'm telling you. So So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click like. If you hated the video, click dislike. If you want to comment, please do so. Love to hear from you guys. Let me know that you're alive and well, and that maybe you're coming back to Stormworks after a long hiatus. So let me know. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and see how long I can drive before I crash. Oh, that was fast. Oh, that was fast. Crap. Huh. We'll see you next time. Aw, crap. There you go. Oh, I love this car. I'll see you next time.